I'm glad you mentioned the portfolio because I think there's a lot of investors right now going, how does this fit into my portfolio?
Yeah.
Especially when you talk about, the people that are more risk averse and they're looking at the volatility of crypto and kind of makes them feel uneasy. What would you say to them?
Well, Bitcoin, in the case of Bitcoin, Bitcoin means different things to different people. There's certainly a segment of the market around the globe where individuals that really, can't or don't have a financial system that they can rely upon, Bitcoin's a great currency. But in the case of making an allocation to a portfolio in the US, Bitcoin can be a digital store of value. It can be a disruptive technology. And in those two cases, they're very different use cases, but in both offer an opportunity to diversify a client's portfolio. So when having a conversation with a financial professional or with an investor, understanding exactly what their investing needs are leads us to have a more thoughtful conversation about how, that allocation can be made. In the case of someone who is, a gold bug or interested in having a gold allocation, you hive off a little bit of that gold allocation and replace with some Bitcoin. It gives you some kind of upside outperformance potential while also having some of the same characteristics of a store of value. Or if you have someone who's really interested in high growth, you can kind of carve off a bit of, small cap tech and put some Bitcoin in there because it really is a disruptive technology in so many different ways and has very similar characteristics, high growth, high volatility, for someone who's interested in, that kind of growth potential and taking on more risk in their portfolio. At the end of the day, portfolio construction is something that we've spent a tremendous amount of time focused on. Our research team has put a lot of time and energy into this and, have run models and realized that in kind of a traditional 60-40 portfolio, up to a 5% allocation is really where you get the greatest risk return benefits in making an allocation to Bitcoin.
Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Content is offered for information purposes only. Unless stated otherwise, any and all individuals participating in the video are third parties that include both professional investors and individual investors who may not be licensed or certified by any institute or regulatory body. Unless stated otherwise, the views or opinions expressed may not reflect those of Seeking Alpha as a whole. The accuracy and completeness of content shared cannot be guaranteed. Seeking Alpha does not take account of your objectives or financial situation and does not offer any personalized investment advice. Seeking Alpha is not a licensed securities dealer, broker, U.S. investment advisor, or investment bank.